Hello, real life people on the internet. My name is Alvin. I am a follower of my Lord Jesus Christ, and I feel compelled to share a strange and very mysterious vision that I had on the night, February 5th, 2025. So I'm not really a YouTuber, but I feel like this video and information is going to be useful for somebody someday. Also, I just want to document this now as a reminder and a marker for myself of what God is showing me in this year, 2025, that I can look back on in the years to come. So, a disclaimer: one, the Lord knows all. I do not. So many things that He shared with me, I think I only understand really a small percentage of it. Though I do my best to be diligent in studying His Word, reading my Bible, and just in general studying to show myself approved. Um, this particular vision was extremely detailed, extremely clear in many ways, which make me think he really wanted me to get the understanding, as it was less, riddle like, and more of a direct showing. It was kind of just like I was watching a trailer on a movie in slow motion. So let's get directly to it. First, sort of some prevision things. So some notable things happened right before I had this vision, which, like I say, took place in the early morning on 05 February in 2025. First, at 03:05, I woke up early. I heard this strange noise. It sounded like what I can only describe as a mechanical bird that chirped exactly two times, so one pair. I thought the sound came from outside my house, so I just sat up for a second and eventually laid back down. I did immediately think of Samuel when he heard the Lord calling him and he went to speak with Eli. So a few minutes later, I heard another two chirps, another one pair. But this time it seemed like the sound was coming from inside my house. I didn't say anything because it was really early in the morning. My wife and kids were all knocked out. But I got up and I did a sweep of my upstairs. So I just went to the kids' room, the hallway, and our loft where it sounded like the sound head came from. I didn't see or hear anything while I was up, so I went and got back into bed. And then about 5 more minutes, I heard the final two chirps, so that third pair. But guess what I did? I prayed, just for a little bit, and then I went right to sleep because I was so tired. Probably should have prayed a little bit longer and investigated more thoroughly, in hindsight. But I was so tired, and I just was like, okay, I don't know what it is. It's nothing. And I went to sleep. So I went to sleep, and during the night, I felt this very strange vibration in my inner ear that I have felt often throughout the years. I used to call it the waterfall tingle, kind of like a spider sense thing, because it kind of sound and make the sound is like a rushing water or a waterfall, or just some type of vibrations that I can hear and I feel it. Um, and I've always just associated this with like there's a spirit that is nearby, either good or bad. If anyone know like what this phenomenon is or have like similar experiences, please share. Now I call it spiritual dialing, as I've come to understand that it's like a precursor to when a spirit is trying to connect or call with a person in the night. Now, just to be clear, I am very opposed to witchcraft. I don't do anything on my end to initiate these experiences. They just sort of happen. And I pray to Jesus for understanding and help. Because a lot of times it's like, scary situations. Like I used to have sleep paralysis all the time. And then the more I grew in the Lord, I, knew that it was demonic attacks. And, the demons, they really don't like me and I don't like them either. But I do study them because they have been happening to me since I can remember, since I was like 4 years old. So during this spiritual dialing, like while I'm asleep, it was very light and faint, but I calmed myself just by praying to Jesus and really was trying to keep my heart rate down. I focused on my breathing and began to realize that this was a Jesus thing and not like a demon thing, as it felt very peaceful and it was as if a light came on in my room. And, the vision that I was looking at started to become a lot more clear. All right, so just to get directly to the vision portion, one, I seen very clearly the earth and the sun as if it was a science presentation being presented to me. Everything was just so unbelievably clear. The earth started off at the bottom underneath the sun as depicted in picture 1, and then it went clockwise around the earth 2.5 to 2.75 times. In the vision, I knew that it represented 2.5 years. So the earth moved to the 2.75 position in picture 2, and I then seen the right part of the sun just sort of leak out in a huge burst of fire. And I was fairly certain that this was a solar flare. So the earth, it stopped for a bit, then it started moving again, ending to the left of the sun, as in picture 3, where it ended. So I'm not saying the earth ended, like the world was over, but rather the vision depicting the movement of the earth ended. So it's not my understanding of this vision that the entire earth was destroyed. After this, I seen a snapshot of a big fight where like the devil was trying to influence the earth and the Lord was too. And I just kept seeing music and TV shows in particular, which, like, if you have any spiritual intelligence, it's so clear that like, these are huge battleground mediums even today. And they have been for so long time. And to me, it seemed like 99% of stuff on TV, music, and video games is all sponsored by the devil. It's like, don't even get me started. I remember being like a kid and my grandmother saying, man, that's, rap music is the devil's music. And now, I'm like, oh my goodness, she was right. It's so clear to me, like rap and all these TV shows. But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Anyway, so I also started moving to the left as if I was driving left in a car in the vision. And it looked like the world was just going back in time. So I stopped and seen what looked like World War II era buildings. So just, I'm wondering, like, what if a solar flare type event would send us technologically back to like the World War II era? And then that's kind of where the vision ended. So I'm just give a little bit of my analysis and kind of what I think is going on. And we'll just go from there. So one, based off of my calculations from the morning of my vision to the time of the event in the vision, like the 2.5 years to the 2.75 years, that time is from August 5th to November 5th of 2027. Another second thing I found interesting was that the vision is almost exactly 1,000 days from the event. So I had that on February 5th, 2025, last month? And 1,000 days from there is when the events in the vision took place. And then 3, so I believe there are 2 absolutes in the universe that I'm aware of. One is God is real, Yahweh, and math. And then I think of God, he's a great mathematician. So numbers, they really stick out to me. Also, the numbers 9 and 23 in particular stick out. But anyway, a specific date that just kind of stood out between that time frame was November 1st of 2027. And, I'm a cyber officer and that's my job. So I look at numbers a lot. And I was like, man, all these ones, they kind of have like a binary flavor to it. Like 11 and 01, and then 2027, if you add it up, it'll equal to 11. And then the whole total will equal to 23. And I don't know, you can watch the movie 23, was it 23 with Jim Carrey? I mean, some parts are kind of raunchy, but there's some interesting parts to it. And also, I would say watch the movie The Knowing with Nicolas Cage. I don't know. I think the Lord be speaking to me through movies, because there's just a lot. I don't watch movies that much, and a lot of times I go back and watch older movies because all the new ones are just like filthy and trash. But sometimes I feel like the Lord be telling me, "Hey, watch this movie," and there'll be like a split second of a movie that I'm like, "Oh, that's it. That's what the Lord wanted me to see." So what? So like I say, I'm just a lowly servant. I don't fully understand everything the Lord tells me, because he's so wise and I'm so dumb. But He do show me some stuff from time to time, and I don't write the future, but I trust and I know that he does. I know he loves me, and I also believe that he kind of likes me. And I believe he showed this to me for a reason. Excuse me, guys. I'm like, I don't know, my throat's like not right. So this is my big takeaway, and if you listen to this video or you're saying it, this is kind of what I want you to take away. One, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. So I'm hoping this encourages believers and unbelievers alike to seek Jesus now while he may be found. Don't wait for calamity to run to Jesus and things to fall apart and crazy stuff to start happening. Like, you want to be solid with Jesus right now. So cling now to like start growing in him now. Like, the world is so volatile, very shaky. And I promise you there is safety on standing on the solid rock of Jesus Christ. Yeah, I kind of asked myself this question randomly a couple of months back. I was like, Alvin, what if Jesus Christ came back 1 week from today? Like seriously, if you knew he was coming back 1 week from today, what would you do? And I thought about that for a long time, and I was like, but really, I wouldn't do much different than what I'm doing already, because I'm already seeking him. I'm already reading my Bible. I'm already, doing my very best to die to self daily, to reach people. Most definitely not saying I'm perfect. Like, so far from that. There's so much that I can do better. And I think the Lord is, he's still working with me. But, in general, I just need to keep doing what I'm doing right now. And, we should all ask ourselves that. What if Jesus came back? If we knew he was coming back, would we be in a panic? Would we have to get ready and get right? Or are we already ready? And we excited for him to come back. All right, so that's it. Jesus Christ is real. Jesus Christ is the real deal. Read your Bible like it's for survival. And you guys be blessed.